Okay, time to figure out what's on this thing.
Welcome back, everyone. We have an awesome one today for you. Today I gave you Inscryption. And this is a card battler game. It's a deck building. It does have a story that goes on with it where you're kind of locked in a cabin and you're trying to play cards with this guy to get him to let you out of the cabin. This game came out in 2021, so it's been out a few years. And it was developed by Daniel Mullins Games. It's available on all platforms, but not mobile. The average play time is supposed to be between 12 and 16 hours, roughly 30 hours for those 100%ers out there. And it goes for about $20 is the regular price. And I did play this game for about an hour when it first came out, and I really enjoyed what I saw of it, and it looks awesome. So I'm a little familiar with it, but you know, it's been a couple years since I played it, so I don't quite remember everything about it. So it is kind of like it's fresh again for me. And please excuse me, I don't know why I feel like I got a little frog in my throat. But let's dive in and check out Inscryption. Another challenger. It's been ages. Perhaps you've forgotten how this game is played. We did. Allow me to remind you. Play the squirrel card. You are lacking sacrifices for the stoat. Now play your stoat. So the stoats cost 1 blood and a sacrifice must be made. So this is where a squirrel card comes in. So now we can play our stoat. Wolf requires 2 sacrifices. So we don't have 2 bloods to give it, so... The number on the left is its attack power, which is 1. So if we had a card right in front of us, it would have damaged that card for 1. If there are no cards in front of it, it leaps forward and damages your opponent so that they get a weight on their end of the scale. You win if you tip my side all the way down. So he played a coyote, and it has 2 attack power, so it will take away 2 out of my 3 health, leaving me with 1. The creature dies if it reaches 0 health. Alright, so we can draw a card or we can draw a squirrel, which we can sacrifice. So our wolves are 2. So let's pick a squirrel. And our wolves do 3, and we can sacrifice those 2. Alright, so I think that's the end of our turn. So we can choose a random card or we can get a squirrel. I'm curious to see what some of the other cards are going to be. So this one has a lot of health but only 1 attack, and it requires 2 sacrifices. So we could sacrifice the wolf to play the turtle, but the wolf is doing more damage. So we just did 3 damage, so I think that's the end. His scale went all the way down. And he's passing. So we could end the game right here. We don't even have to keep playing. And we can't really do anything else. Oh, so we did need 1 more wait to win. They won't all be so easy, he says. Let me recall your story. Oh yes. Alright, so here's our map. A single path revealed itself. 2 dissidents of the forest approach you tentatively. The caustic adler damage from its poison bite is always lethal. The undying cat, sacrificing the poor beast does not kill it. So that one we can keep playing like a squirrel card and it doesn't get removed. Only 1 may grace. We'll take the cat because we need to have sacrifices. Some of the creatures of the forest seem willing to follow you. You came across an abandoned sack and found a squirrel in a bottle. Break in case of emergency. And have a second. Okay. Another useful implement will allow you to tip the scales with it. That's as much as we can carry. You were ambushed pushed while crossing some rough terrain. Alright, so we have a boulder that doesn't do any attack. It has 5 health. The stone talks to us. You may now see my moves ahead of time. Alright, so the wolf cub is going to grow after 1 turn on the board. So I guess he's going to grow into a regular wolf. So since the squirrel can't do any attack, we'll put him... Actually, I think I messed that up. We should have put the cat there, because the cat's gonna stay on the board. Alright, there we go. So that way our cat's a little bit protected and he can't attack anyway. And we can play our... We could have played our stoat, but I want to see what he puts down. Alright, so those would give us 2 sacrifices if we want to play our turtle. We have to start getting rid of these trees in front of us, these stumps. They both do 1 attack. The turtle has more health. Airborne bat flies over creatures to attack directly. So the bats don't have to go directly ahead. They can, I guess, go wherever they want. So we could play our stoat now if we do use the cat again. We have a wolf. That does 3. We can't. We could sacrifice him and the cat again and play our wolf. Try to get this stump out of the way. There we go. Alright, so the wolf is gonna attack us for 3. We gotta pick either we gotta pick a real card to attack. Another wolf, so we need a sacrifice to use this. We have our cat that's 1. We could use one of the squirrels in the bottle, but I kind of want to save that for later. We could put our wolf in front, and then he would attack that wolf for 3, and that would get rid of him because the wolves have 3 and they have 2 health, so that gets rid of the wolf. The only choice is to play the squirrel. We don't have any other cards. So I would think that's it. I don't know why he's not playing anything, but he's not. We can't really do anything. We don't have any cards. We should win right now if we just pass. So I guess we get to add a card to our deck. The sparrow flies, and we get the wolf cub. And the wolf cub's gonna transform into the grown wolf. We'll take the sparrow. Especially if there are going to be boulders and tree stumps on the map. You stumble into some strange stones in the mist. You are compelled to choose a worthy sacrifice, one that will be lost forever. So we have to lose one of these? Our cat or our sparrow that we just got? Well, that's interesting. Which one to do? Let's do the cat. You looked upon your menagerie and selected a healthy host. Alright, so our stoat, so that gave the infinite life to our stoat. So that's kind of like a modification table. Behold, my totem, it inscribes my canine cards with the airborne signal. Alright, so he got one too. I love the lighting in this. Like the board looks really textured. Let's use that. Alright, so we could play the wolf now. We could also put our stoat down. I just don't know what he's gonna throw down. He could kill our stoat. So we have to draw a card first. Alright, so we got our river snapper. He needs 2, the wolf needs 2. Or we could do our sparrow. Let's do our wolf. Damage away from winning. So we'll put our snapper down. Alright, that should be it. Impressive, you may yet survive this ordeal. Knock on wood. Alright, let's see, we have a fire over there. Cat, snapper, or a wolf. Which one? Do we want damage, life, or infinite sacrifice? The cat can be killed so easily. He only has 1 health. We already have a couple of wolves in our deck. We lost our cat. But we have the stoat. Yeah, this one's kind of like the snappers almost acts like the boulder or the tree, and at least it does a damage. So we have like it looks like a totem or the campfire. I don't remember what these do. Alright, let's see. Oh, this is the sacrifice. So we can alter a card. Alright, so we can give one of these flight. Probably should have done the wolf on that one. Grand Fur. Doesn't do any damage. It has 3 health. Oh wow, he has a grizzly. So we're playing our squirrel, and then we can play our stoat. Well, we can't play anything else. The other things are R2. That's it. We can't do anything else. Yep, that's it. Oh wow, he put down another grizzly. Wow, how does he have cards like that have such high health and attack and they don't cost any sacrifice? That's a bit cheaty. And he's got 2 of them. That's all we can do. Just gonna take our turtle. Our stoat's gone. So even if we pick up a squirrel, another wolf. Yeah, we can't do anything. We're about to get wiped. Don't be greedy, only 1 card per turn. Yeah, we're about to get wiped out here. Oh wow. Look at that. Yeah, I don't think we were meant to win that round. Use this as a learning opportunity, may be the only way to mitigate my disappointment. Get up. Get up from the table. Fetch me the candlestick from atop the barrel beside the door. Alright, so this is our first time being able to walk around the cabin, so I'm curious to peek around. Wonder what that clicking noise is. It's corresponding to the light flickering. Let me explain something to you. That was one of two mistakes you can make here. If you make another one, I must sacrifice you. Now, where were we? Alright, so that way has another fire, so we could upgrade a card. Alright, we can get a raven. It has 3 health, 2 attack, needs 2 sacrifice, and flies. Bullfrog or a skunk? I'm kind of liking the idea of the raven. But it takes 2 sacrifices. Sometimes that's hard to come up with. The bullfrog can move around. He can... The raven moves around too, though. He has one more health and 1 more attack. Bearing the sigil will strike an opponent directly even if there's a creature in front of it. The creature opposing a card bearing the sigil loses 1 power point. And the sigil will block an opposing creature bearing the airborne sigil. Decisions. We've been seeing a lot of flying things lately. It would be nice to block them, basically negate their attack. Alright, let's see. Came across a small group of survivors. Faces shrunken from starvation, they huddled around a campfire. They looked upon your group of creatures and beckoned. Come warm one of your creatures by the fire, one said. Warm it by the fire, that will enhance its power. You notice one of the survivor wiping drool from their mouths. So let's see which one. players reached towards it. Another gnashed their teeth. Without a word, you pull the wolf away from the fire. Alright, so I guess this is our final battle, our boss battle here. The trees seem to close in around us. In the distance, you can hear the clanking of metal on stone. The hobble figure stood in your path. Oh wow, look at that. It's the prospector. Hee-haw! Alright, I don't know what this means. He's doing the prospector again. Easy boss, the mule's key. Alright, so we have a boulder. We have a coyote and a pack mule. The pack mule does nothing. It has 5 health. And what does that mean? Sprinter. At the end of the owner's turn, the card bearing the sigil will move in the direction inscribed on the card. So it'll move 1 over. So does that mean the card moves 1 over, or it attacks 1 over? Alright, so we need to start building up some sacrifices here so that we can play other cards. Let's do our stoat. Now we can play our wolf that's going to do 4 attack. Let's use our squirrel because this is our last battle. Let's put our wolf over. I guess here. Alright, it's our turn. I hope you didn't think it would be that easy. There's gold in them cards. What? What does that mean? Gold nugget, 2 health. Gold, I've struck gold. Wow, he just took all of our cards. Oh, wow. Huh. We can't play our turtle because we don't have any sacrifice. Wow. I guess we have to play that. We still don't have enough to play our turtle. Maybe we should... That does 1, it does 2. But he moves around, so maybe... know what that is. When an opposing creature is placed opposite to an empty space, the card bearing this sigil will move to that empty space. So does that mean he can get us on either side? So if we put our card there, yep, and he just moved there. Wow. Alright, well. That was our turn. We can't do anything else. We can't draw another card. Wow, we're not doing so great here. I think this is another match that was rigged. We don't have any sacrifices. We still can't play anything. That's our turn. We can't do anything. Wow. I mean, they're just gonna kill everything that we throw down. We can't build up any sacrifices to play any cards. Yeah, I don't think we were meant to win this. Another one that requires 2 sacrifices, so again we lose a turn. Alright, he's just gonna annihilate us. Yep, and that's that. So what happens now? Now we're away from the table. You aren't dead yet. This isn't purgatory. Though you may think of it that way. Before you expire, I must ask you a favor. I would like a memento. Your very own death card. It's quite plain at the moment, isn't it? We will work together to amend that. I want this to be a perfect memento of you. Here are some cards from your mediocre deck. We can put them to good use. Please choose a card to draw the cost from. So I think that means the health. So let's do the highest health. Cost of 2 blood from the River Snapper. And another, this time I will use its power and health, the numbers. Oh, so that it used the blood cost. Wow. Power and health. I don't want to lose our other snapping turtle that we imbued. And the turtle only does 1 damage. Alright, we'll do the wolf. Because he's got attack power. Now choose a card from which we will extract the sigils. Okay, so this one would protect us from flying things. I never did ask your name. Well, of course. Everyone knows our name here. We can't fit retrospect, so we'll just put retro. Here we go again, another challenger. Perhaps it is time. Perhaps you can understand bones. The resourceful opossum costs 2 bones. You gain a bone when one of your creatures perishes for any reason. Oh, we always have to play our squirrel first. Alright, we have a rattler that's going to do 3 and has 1 health. So we can put our sacrifice. And we could play our stoat. We can't play that and we don't have to. So our stoat is our only option. Or we can pass. We'll do our stoat though. So we gained a bone from the death of our creature. You will not lose this until it's spent or the battle ends. Alright, so that's the end of our turn, I believe. Yeah, we can't do anything else. So I think that's the end of our turn. We can't really do anything else. I don't want to use any of our tools. But I want to build up cards on the board too to be able to sacrifice. We should have played our wolf there, because we lost our stoat anyway. Alright, so we can play our possum on the next hand if we want to. We have another squirrel, so we can play our wolf now too, and we can play our possum. So that should be enough to get rid of that snake. And we can put our possum down. Alright. Alright, we need some cards to play. We have 1 left. Bullfrog. Can't go anywhere. How brutal of you. You dealt me more damage than you needed to win. However, in my game, such feats are rewarded. To be precise, a tooth to keep for each extra damage dealt. The trapper may be interested in your spoils. Who's the trapper? Oh. I forgot your figurine. Get up and fetch it for me. It's beside the safe. So I'd love to know, guys, what do you all think of this game so far? I am very fond of deck battler games. I'm going to feature quite a few of them on this channel because I'm really fond of them. Some of them are on mobile devices, so they're great if you're stuck somewhere and you need to just kill some time and occupy yourself. It's too bad this one is not on mobile. Maybe one day it will be on mobile. But this is one of the better ones that I've played. I think it looks beautiful. I love the color palettes that are used in this. It's really pretty to look at. The colors are just really vivid. And the character that we're playing against is memorable. And it's a unique style of gameplay. So we have our safe and our lockbox. I don't know what exactly this is. Let's see if we can interact with this, if it has any clues. No. Alright, there's our character piece. I don't think we can pick the other ones. This one's a little highlighted more. Alright, so let's see. Alright, we get to pick another card. Let's see. Cockroach. Unkillable. It remains in your hand after dying. It says a copy of it is created in your hand. Okay, so it doesn't stay on the board if it's killed. A copy goes in the hand. Or we can get a rattler. Or a coyote. And he needs 4 bones. The rattler needs 6 and the cockroach needs 4. I do like that the cockroach, a copy gets placed in your hand again if he dies. Because that's something that we've run into a couple times already, where we've run out of cards to play and we don't have anything left. So that might be the way to go. Yeah, I think we'll do the cockroach there. A gust of this may lift your creature into the air, if only for a turn. Creatures. If you deem it necessary, you may cut up one of my cards with these. That would be very handy. Its bleeding yields 3 blood if you can ignore the bleeding. So give us that card. It requires 1, and then we get 3. So really it's only a benefit of 2. It has no attack and 1 health. I'm thinking the scissors. A rock may get you out of a hard place. Or we can take a weight. be placed. Place a weight on the scale. The pain is temporary. A weight. I don't know that we've won many battles just with one weight. We might want to do the goat here to be able to get the free sacrifices. 2 of them. That's a wolf card right there. Or a boulder. Doesn't cost anything, doesn't do any attack. It's just like a placeholder to take damage. I think I would rather have something that maybe allows me to do a future attack and be able to do it when I need it, like on the spot. The problem with the boulder is once you put it down, it's stuck there. Alright, so we have reached our capacity there. So we have our bullfrog, our cockroach, our opossum, and the squirrel. So we always have to play the squirrel first. Let's see, we have a grand fur. It blocks flying attack and it has 3 health. So we could put our bullfrog down. Costs 1 sacrifice, so we'll do that. We'll put our bullfrog here. Alright, that gave us a bone and that's it. Alright, let's see. We need more bones, we need blood. Alright, let's take a squirrel. So if we lose our frog, that would give us 1 bone. And then if we get a squirrel this round, that would give us another bone. And then we could start using some of the cards in our hand. Alright, we can't really do anything else. So that got us a couple more bones. If we pick up another squirrel, we could put the cockroach down. Creatures adjacent to the card bearing the sigil gain 1 power. He's got 2 health. So if we sacrifice the 2 squirrels, we can play our cockroach. So he's going to take whatever we put down because we only have 1 health. So let's not put a card down. We'll let him hit us. let's play our wolf. That will get rid of that thing. And that gave us our 4 things. Now we can put our cockroach down for our bones. Let's put him over there. That's our turn. We don't have any bones. We do need an attack card, but we also need blood. Alright, let's put our squirrel, because we're sitting pretty, I think. Yep. Alright. Awesome. If you desire it, you may stand. It will allow me time to plan. Oh, I don't know if we want to let him plan. I'm no tyrant. You may stand whenever the map is unrolled. It allows me to plan our next encounter. Alright, so let's see. We have our cabinet. It's locked. We have this pulley. It looks like a pulley system here. We can't grab the knife. Not if that's interactive. Those are our cards that we lost again. Alright, so we can move these hands. So putting it all at 12 so at the beginning doesn't do anything. Alright, we're just gonna leave that how it was, just in case it's a clue for something. But I think we need a clue to know what time to put in there. Alright, so we can see. Oh, look at that. So we have a number there next to what looks like a safe dial. 273. Alright, let's see. Let's see if we can open the safe. Yeah. Alright, what do we get? Stink bug. Oh, hello. I wasn't sure if I would ever escape this iron crypt. Is the stoat around? The stunned wolf? This madness must end. Alright, and we got a key too, so we can open the cabinet. This looks interesting. So we're supposed to play these boards? It doesn't look like we are in a position where we could win this one. Our cards do 2 attack in total. Theirs do 3. What's the other one? There were 2 of them. I want to see this one. Let's see. 6. And ours would do 7. So we could win this match as it is if all the cards attacked. They slide. That's interesting. I wonder if we... do we add cards to this in the future? I'm not sure what this does. Something has to get added to this if we're to win it, because the top cards in the row, those were better than ours. So I wonder if something happens that changes those cards. And I wonder if you have to win both of them or just one of them to open this. This looks like it's modeled after one of those antique cabinets that has like layers of hidden boxes inside. I wonder if there are any more clues in this book here. Let's see. So I guess this book is a book of like all the modifiers that you can get on your cards. There's quite the variety here of the modifiers. I wonder how many of these you get to see in a typical gameplay, like in a run. And I wonder if these are like unlockable once you played so many hands, if they unlock, or if they're just completely random when they show up. Well, this is an interesting one. I wonder why that was covered. Oh, we can't... I was hoping it would go back to that one. Where was that one? I wanted to see that again, because that might have been a clue. It had all the ink splatter on it. It was covered. A lot of it was covered. I'm not seeing it. Well, this is a different one with ink splatter that's covering it. What does it say? Card counter? And we can't see what it does. Well, I'm thinking this might be a good place to stop. So, I hope you all enjoyed watching Inscryption. I really like this game. I think it's one of the better card games to play. It's not too anxiety ridden to where it's not relaxing still. If you all enjoyed this game, watching the play of this game, I would love if you would consider liking the video and subscribing. I would love to hear in the comments section if you all have any games that are card games that you like to play, if you would recommend any that you think I would like to play, and maybe I'll record them and put another video up for you all to watch. But yeah, again, this game is available everywhere except for mobile, so I would definitely recommend checking it out. And thank you all again for joining, and we will see you on the next one.